after all the late nights.
Welcome to ConCast, where the fandoms unite. With the Boba Fett swagger and the Jedi's in sight. It's a comic book cocktail, shaken and stirred. We're the coolest cats in the whole nerd herd. Grab your badge and strike.
And that's right. And not only are we the coolest cats, but by tuning into us, that makes you the coolest cats as well, people.
Oh, look at you nailing it.
I
wonder,
am.
sometimes somebody's going to hack us just to hear that 5-minute conversation we have before every podcast. We're talking politics or some bullshit in there. No, it's all the stuff you guys can't hear ever. That's what we're talking.
Yeah, no, really, if you chuck your thumb, you get the whole thing up there. I mean, these are things you don't need to be hearing.
He is in rare form tonight, man.
I'm glad he is, because we're both dragging ass over here. He's on it. Okay, well, I'm going to share this real quick to everybody for tonight's episode of ConCast. Ooh. Oh, darn it. I'm way behind here. So how's Daryl doing tonight?
Daryl's doing okay. Daryl is Daryling. Hold on, I got to put on here and Cookie. Excuse me. And
there we go.
Yeah, I deleted you really quickly last week, dude. It was amazing. You know, Cookie wasn't there, then Cookie was gone totally. It was amazing. No,
Wow.
Best
Daryl's
episode
doing
we had the
okay.
whole week.
Huh?
It was the best episode we had all week.
Fuck you. It's the only episode we had all week.
No, I'm doing okay. I got to play around. There's this Star Trek game called Bridge Commander that is an old one. So, you know, I was able to purchase it for like $2-3. And it is an old school one. And basically, you're doing nothing but blowing up other ships, which is great. I enjoy the crap out of that, you know. Just, you know, turn on the photons and blow crap up. That's what I'm in this for. I don't care about plot. I want to see weapons. All right.
So why are you Federation instead of, you know, Klingon or something then?
Romulan, baby.
Romulan?
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that okay? I've often thought that, like, if I came over to your side of the fence and said, I'm going to be a Star Trek guy, what would I do?
Well, if you want to win all the time,
you're wondering what outfit you would wear?
Yeah, I mean, like, the best I could identify with would be, like, you know, the drunk Scottish engineer. I think that would be, I'd be Scotty. But I can't think of
Star Trek has space pirates.
They do. I know. I'm just trying.
We could go as ice pirates.
Ice pirates. We're hunting space herpes. Let's just start an ice pirates group.
Yeah.
And we'll just go around conventions hunting space herpes all day long.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could do this. It would show.
And we
age.
can like create like a little space herpes thing and put it on a remote control vehicle and just have it running through the crowd. Yeah.
So for every convention you go to, and there's like the little Ghostbusters trap that's remote control, or the Bender's head in a remote control car. You know, you see that shit. We would have the space herpes just running them all off the road and stuff. Yeah,
our own little.
I know that the Trekkies, you know, are like, oh, we can get these little tribbles. I'm like, tribble is a watered down fizz gig. Okay, all right, fizz gig from the Dark Crystal with the teeth.
I got the reference. Well, no, I got the reference immediately. Yeah.
That's just a tennis ball before they trim it, man.
I thought that was fizzy wig. Is that fizz? Is that fizz gig?
Gig?
Is it fizz gig? Okay. Yeah. No, I could go for it.
Tribble is just a tennis ball before the Brazilian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we made the space herpes and you could see the wheels in the car, we just make the car black.
Yeah.
Because we want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
See?
Well,
Oh man, there's so much we could do with this. All right.
And what was the name of that robot that was black? Wasn't that Rufus?
Rufus. Well, yeah, it was Rufus. Yeah.
We could fit in at any con. We could pop from Star Trek to Star Wars to even to Firefly stuff. I mean, you know,
It'd be easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one step closer.
There is one problem with that, Cookie.
What's
that means you'd have to walk around drinking water.
There is a problem that lies there. Yes.
Well, and the other problem too is we would have to stop and explain who we are 10 million times at every convention.
But the cool people already know, man.
Yeah, but they're going to be the people we're already hanging out with. That's the people our age. So, all right. Enough what if talk. That's kind of like every time we talk about, we're going to do Justice League, we end up being Justice League pirates. We're going to do Ghostbuster pirates. There's no getting away from the pirate. So,
well, you seem to have a piratical bend to yourself, and I'm not sure why. I think it's the facial hair.
It must be. Well, it's like I said, when I tried to do other stuff, even steampunk or zombie stuff, I'd try to go and even tried to do a different name with steampunk, and it doesn't matter. You're just the pirate guy, no matter where you go. But I'm not going to knock it because I like it. There's a lot worse stuff I could be known for. If I would have stuck with my original when I first started Fair, my first character was Jean Thiel, the Mad Jester, and I totally sucked at that character. And
Thank God.
Yeah, I tried doing a jester. I had this mask. I still have the mask somewhere here. And
God, you could have been the new Giacomo.
Yeah, I was leaning toward that. I hate to say it. I'm trying to see if the mask is sitting here somewhere. But it kind of had a big lip on it. It was like this Italian mask. And I remember at Newman, some dude came up and said, "Look, it's Darkwing Duck." I was like, "Fuck that, done. We're doing something else." That was back when Darkwing Duck was still in the air, so it was a while back.
I mean, the problem is that it would have been cooler if you were Darkwing Duck than if you were a jester.
Yeah, now, if somebody said you want to cosplay as Darkwing Duck at a convention, I'd be all about that shit.
Yeah.
Although, new conspiracy theory, gentlemen. Got a new conspiracy theory. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we have records. All right? Apparently, there are records of clowns being around since like 3000 BC.
Are you going to do this clown Nephilim thing?
I don't know the clown.
Oh, my God. Look it up. Clown Nephilims.
No.
I
think, hey, Katie, I think that clowns are the actual Illuminati.
Okay, so the conspiracy here is that clowns have been around longer than we remember. So it's kind of a Mandela
They've been
effect.
around. They've been affecting everything. They have been entwined in all of the royal courts. They've been affecting and steering the judgments of monarchies the world over. They've been
feeding us food since we're kids, nuggets and burgers every damn day.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they get you in, all right? And, that's my thought, is that they are the true Illuminati. Who we think are the Shriners and stuff like that? No. That's just a clever facade. That's a red herring, okay? The clowns are the true Illuminati who are actually affecting everything from behind the throne, and mimes are their assassin arm.
Wow.
Well, and the little the Shriners' little clown cars and stuff is just tribute, paying homage to the real power, is what I'm getting.
Yeah. It's like when kids for Halloween dress up like ninjas. Nah, they're not really the ninjas. They're just paying homage to them. Clowns are the true Illuminati. That is my new
Because if they were real
theory.
ninjas, you wouldn't see them at Halloween, because they would be real ninjas.
Yeah, they'd be dressed like everybody else.
Yeah, there's a theory out there that every country has ninjas. Just Japanese has the worst ones because we keep seeing them. Carol hadn't heard that one before.
You're a light fan.
I've not heard that.
For it, but mine.
You hit him in the no-no spot. He's all smiling.
So we should... there's Mike.
Like Mike says, like the space clowns from Spelljammer. I do not know the space clowns from Spelljammer.
I remember the space clowns from Rocket Raccoon. I don't remember space clowns from Spelljammer. Now I'm trying to think. I don't know. Space clowns were a thing for, like, back in the 80s. You had killer clowns from outer space. I mean, not just clowns, because clowns became a big thing later, but I remember because even a comic book I was making in high school. Holy crap, what was the name of that comic? I can't remember. It was about two guys who owned a comic book store and they get attacked by evil Nazi space clowns. So, and that was back in the 80s and 90s.
Well,
I think they're the same as the killer clowns from outer space, basically, but they're just in Spelljammer. I just did a quick search on them.
I will agree that subconsciously, clowns scare an awful lot of people.
Yes, because throughout history, we now have, it's been going on for so long, it's a genetic memory that the true villain behind everything has always been the clown. All right? They are the original butler.
I feel like this is something. Is this a theory you came up with on your own, or is this something that's floating around out there?
Well, I saw something that someone had posted up about, clowns being around, for over 5,000 years, 3,000 BCE, and that they were saying that they were, like immortal. But I don't think they're immortal. Personally, I think they are the true controllers behind everything. That's my spin on their original take. Mine is step away from the supernatural and just go straight up Illuminati.
All right. I'm going to look into this. I'm going to have a good theory on this by next week then. I'm going to try to think Any other
And
example?
the other one that Jessica said that I should tell you, I was really bored driving a long distance like I normally do. And here's my thing about Land Before Time. All right. Why
Perfect transition. Perfect.
Why did Littlefoot call leaves tree stars? All right. Technically, all right, Littlefoot should have had, their head into the trees more often than looking up at the sky. So instead of calling tree stars, they should have called stars sky leaves.
That's a good theory, except for Littlefoot was little.
Yeah,
So
and you know what? There's
Up
things called bushes and shrubs. All right.
Yeah, but not all those look like stars. That was just from the special trees that Grandpa and Grandma ate or whatever, right? Wasn't it?
I'm just saying they should have, and also taken from a different point of view, the point of view of the plants in that special valley that they finally made it to. Yeah. Those plants were living in their own Shangri-La nirvana, and then a horde of ravenous monsters come over the rise and devoured them alive while they couldn't even move. Land Before Time is a lie, and it's a horror story.
It's just a lesson of life. It's all in the perspective, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. And the clowns came up with it all.
Okay, devil's advocate here then. So those plants are glad that the animals are there because now they're spreading that seed around everywhere to make those plants.
Oh, so you're saying it's sexual for them? That just made it go weird.
It could be. So therefore they wanted...
Eat my other leaf. I'm reproducing.
Just like the town of Derry wants their clowns to come back every so many years to wipe out the children. We want the dinosaurs coming back to spread the deals. See, I know.
So that means that I'm going deep here, gentlemen. All right. In a bad way. That means that when certain seeds require going through a digestion tract before they are activated and can be germinated, that's getting that's a whole section of Pornhub I haven't dove into yet.
My God.
All right. We're going to get way too into this, and now it's going to become weird because anytime you start putting sex, clowns, and poop together, we're going to start speaking German by the end of this. We should move on.
It's mein Scheiße Film, yeah.
See, this is similar to the kind of shit we talk about before the podcast, only with a lot more comments like we shouldn't talk about that during the podcast.
This is what we normally talk about when we're bottling wine.
Yes, yeah. Which we're going to be doing this Sunday because we got Great Plains coming up.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to hit Geekgasms. We're going to be talking about some festivals coming up. Got a couple news stories. We will be talking about TsunamiCon's news and such. Do we have any Geekgasms we want to hit this today?
Yes, this one, I've gotten back into the flow of making things and creating and finishing my models. So I thought you guys would like this.
It's together now.
Yeah, this is the Orville.
Holy moly.
I got it together enough that I can start prepping it for painting.
Okay, for those listening on the audio version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at about a 3.5 foot.
What? 33-inch long. So just shy of 3 foot. And I
was using guide measurements.
I've been working on that for a while. So yeah, that's my Geekgasm. I've got that going together. I've got stuff I'm working on. I finally got in some parts that I needed, and now I just need to finish off this set of 8 small 2500 scales that have been sitting over here forever. I just need to finish off the decals on those, get those out the door, and that way I can start on the 1/650.
Speaking of the Orville, has anybody heard about the new season on that? I heard they said, yeah, they're going to make another one, but when?
All right, let's find out. I feel like Jamie on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I know. I was just about ready to say.
Hold on. It said that pre-production was supposed to start early 2025. The problem is they're also saying that it'll a very long time before you get to see it, maybe not until late 2026 or even 2027.
Whoa.
Pre-production. I mean, they could be in pre-production right now. That could be writing anything. I mean, that's a pretty big. Yeah. I mean, that could be we're working on ideas. All that means is
Mike commented, very cool, but I like to think that he's saying that about my clown theory. But go ahead.
So your Orville ship though, you got it put together there. Do you do all the wiring and stuff beforehand?
I'm not going to like this one.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
I'm not going to like this one. Matter of fact, I've got for like the rear where the glow from the engines is supposed to be. I've got special blue panels instead of clear with light behind it. I just printed off light blue ones, so when I put them in there, it just looks like the blue panels. I just wanted one that I didn't. I like to switch between doing ones where I go full bore and doing all the paint mask and doing all the lighting and stuff like that, and then I like to dial it back and not go that deep so I don't burn out on this stuff. And this is one where I'm not going to burn out.
I hear you. Katie had put it, I'm planning on to go to the Joplin Collectors Expo this Saturday. I'm on the search for Evil Dead and Army of Darkness merch. Wish me luck. I'll definitely wish you luck. Then you got to show it off because I got a whole, right up there, I got my whole little pyramid of Evil Dead merch up there. And I always like seeing cool, unique shit people get because there is plenty
that would be
of
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't lie. I've stopped buying so much because once you get some, and you can't properly display all of it, it's like, now I'm not. So I've got enough to keep me happy.
Well, and see, that's my thing as well, is like when it comes to like some of the models, like they just released a new Enterprise E, I think it is, model. Round 2 did Polar Lights, and no, not until I get something out the door, because I want to have the hobby of making models. I don't want to have the hobby of buying model kits and never putting them to frick together.
Yeah, because I got plenty I've made and not put together. But it's kind of like we were talking before the show of lighting up our models and kits, and we're talking about the proton packs, and it feels like every year they're releasing a new one for you to go buy now. And it's a lot of the same stuff. They just keep repeating, it's for collectors, for collectors, for collectors. And I'm getting that kind of point where I'm still loving collecting everything. But some of this, it just feels like it's like the comic books in the 90s where they're just force feeding them down your throat saying, you got to have this, you got to have this.
Yeah.
And they're just going to burn everything out.
I think just did a quick count. I think I have 48 models that I have to build.
That you've started already and you've put together?
No, those are, 47, no, 48 that I haven't even really, one that I've just taken out of the box so I could, start sizing stuff, but all the rest of them are still in the box. Most of them still wrapped it with the plastic.
Oh, so these are bot models, not printed models that you made.
Yeah, printed models is a whole nother. I wasn't even counting those.
Oh, I was about ready to try to big dick you a little bit there and go, I bet I got 30 sitting over there right now, just right here that I've printed and not put together yet. But those are my printed models. Yeah, I bet I got about.
Well, that counts because filament costs money.
Huh?
I said that counts because filament costs money.
Well, yeah. Well, in like and regular models, I've got about 10, unless you count Warhammer 40K shit, and then that's a whole nother. That doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count.
I've got about 10, but I bet I bought almost all those like 15 years ago, back when I was doing kits before 3D printers were a thing. And then you buy them, you put them away, and you're like, I'll get to that.
You got to be careful because the decals on those over time, those decals will start to go bad. And what I've found that I've had to do on the older ones is I use spray lacquer, clear spray lacquer.
Yep.
And do a couple of layers on the decals. Oh, crap. Hold on. Is this another spam call? Spam detection on. Decline. Somehow I got on the spam call list. No, but
I usually
it'll protect those old decals so you can still use them.
Well, and I've also got the curse of I've got a number of them over there. Like back when we started doing kits, you could get some of the vinyl ones, but they're usually resin kits that people made like in their garage and shit, and then you order them out of the back of a comic book. And so I've got some that I've had in boxes, and you're like, I'll put that together in a year or two. And then after a while, you're like, oh, I've had it for 10 years, and I haven't even taken it out of the box. It's worth money now. It's a collector's item now. So I got a bunch of these here sitting there. I'm like that, and just don't. Roberto, blood for the blood god.
Skull for the skull throne.
Roberto. Well, as far as Geekgasms, for me,
you got to watch it because it takes longer than just 10 or 15 years for those things to gather in price.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've purchased a couple of these models from people on Facebook Marketplace. They were still perfectly good, never opened, and I'm getting them for like $10 less than list price on them because they're just selling them.
Yeah. Now, I've got a lot of models here that aren't worth anything. Just like comic books. I got a lot of comics here that are worth less than what I paid for them. But then you get a lot of those that you bought for a quarter or cover price, and then next thing you know, they're worth, a lot of money. So
yeah, 2 quarters.
I get that. Well, not all of us buy Spider-Man 2099. I'm just saying,
dude. And they are back up to being worth as much as when I paid for them.
Hey, I've seen some actually sell for as high as $15, but I see them at cons all the time now. Like I'll see at #1 at con, $100 all the time. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
I got like 2 or 3 of those #1s, including like the special release ones that they made 15 million of.
I don't think anybody's paying that for them, but boy, they'll sure put them up on their racks. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your guys' Geekgasms? I showed you I showed you mine. Show me yours.
I didn't have anything good this week. It has been a rough week. Like I said, we've been down sick a bit, and but I did have the week before I had autographs come in. I never showed off, so I'm going to show them off real quick as my Geekgasm because I haven't been able to frame the stuff, put it up because Cookie's taking over my office right now. So, but I did get Jason Reitman, the new director of the Ghostbusters movies.
Yes. And
I did get the original Stay Puft Marshmallow Man signed photo. And then I got
How did you get his signature? What?
I bought it online. Actually, I'm pretty sure I bought it from him. I bought that one online.
I was saying that the Stay Puft guy died in the movie, so he couldn't sign anything.
There was like 3 guys that played Stay Puft in that first movie. So
yeah.
And the problem is a lot of these guys, when we all went to the California show, they were there signing autographs, and there was so much going on, and we were all so overwhelmed with everything. There's a lot of autographs I just didn't get. I hung and talked out with people, but I mean, we were doing interviews and all sorts of stuff, and I couldn't tell you the amount of times I'd be standing there like Paul Feig and I are just standing there next to each other, talking to each other for a while. Never got his autograph, nothing. And so some of these like that, boy, I got to get them cheap or something because otherwise I feel like an idiot buying them when I had the chance to get them right there and you didn't.
Really quick, Katie said, there is going to be a crossover of Army of Darkness with Archie later this year.
I'd be interested in that. Archie's got a couple good kind of horror. They did Archie and Predator and stuff. Yeah, I could be into that. I don't know. There's that big push keep saying that Bruce Campbell's coming back for a video game now to play Ash, but
that would be pretty easy. He's just doing voice work. I mean, hell, anymore he could just sign something that says you can use my voice for AI and get paid for it.
Yeah. He did that big push where he's not going to be playing Ash anymore, and then they said that they might be doing it for this new spin-off thing, and I just don't.
And there was a big push, that Rick Moranis is never coming back to movies, and now Mr. Moranis is coming back.
Yeah, yeah. But that's because people, it's not much different, I guess. I don't know. We were talking about that beforehand, too, because, I'm a little disappointed he never came back for Ghostbusters. And he is coming back for Spaceballs, which is kind of odd because Spaceballs is that one movie that literally credits itself for never making a sequel. Like it is almost.
We all wanted a sequel, all right, but we wanted a good sequel.
Yeah,
and
I'm hoping
that was the problem. Is the Spaceballs 1 was basically made right after Return of the Jedi, right?
Sounds right. I think I would have been in 5th or 6th grade, maybe.
All right, so the Spaceball 1 was for the original trilogy. All right, Spaceball 2 would have had to have been a prequel to Spaceballs. All right. So it would have been like, I don't know. I mean, how do you do a prequel for Spaceballs? I mean, we get to find out what happened with Prince Valium. I don't want that shit.
He's actually got that.
Yeah, Spaceballs 2, straight for more money.
He's been paying the copyright on that ever since the first Spaceball movie came out so that he could make that movie if he wanted to, which you're making it now and it's not going to be called that. Unless something's changed again.
Roberto's working Warhammer armies currently, he said, with Nurgle. Yeah, Nurgle, good, but man, I hear lizard men are hard to beat there, brother.
The cutest and most disgusting army. Oh, what was I going to say, damn it? What were we just talking about? Spaceballs. Okay, so because Cookie and I were talking about this right before, he had sent me stuff about how Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas were coming back for a new Strange Brew movie.
Okay, now, that image, because you sent that to me as well, Cookie,
right.
That image was AI.
That's what I said, too.
Was it?
That's the problem they're having across the board with a lot of this Rick Moranis coming back shit, is nobody has any real information. So they're pumping AI and theoretical articles out there.
Well,
one
of my problems is whoever pushed that AI, they didn't even bother cleaning it up, that image, because they have, Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, and they have them standing there with the numbers off of, the original, Strange Brew movie. But if you read the names on the placards they're holding up, like they just got busted by the police, both of them say Dave Thomas.
I didn't pay attention to that, but that's because almost everything they put out for that has been AI generated.
I know, and I'm getting kind of tired of it.
I am too. I legit am, because it's...
Speaking of that, news article...
Oh, yeah.
GalaxyCon just banned all AI-generated art at its show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're coming out and saying it.
Yeah, they're coming out. They've implemented a zero-tolerance policy for AI-generated art. Artists, exhibitors, guests, all must comply. The move reflects the increasing concern of the fan art communities about originality, attribution, and what constitutes acceptable art in convention settings.
I wonder how far that's going to be taken, though. So let's say there is a book author there, right? That but let's say their banner is not their product they're selling, but the banner they're using to advertise their product. If that is AI art, is that going to get them kicked out? As somebody that runs cons, I would like to know what the consensus is out there, because if we honestly, the way the public is right now on this subject, we could let in a vendor, and if we decide to go with the no AI art like everybody else does, but then you fuck up that one thing, well, man, they'll come at you, man. I guarantee it, they'll come at you. So I'd be curious as that, but at least I'm glad they're saying no AI art, because it feels like what everybody's been doing for the last year is going, well, we don't really like AI art. And then if somebody that does AI art shows up or something, then it's the, everybody's pointing at them and screaming like they're fucking need to be one of the pod people or some shit.
The thing is,
that's not fair to do to artists, even if it is.
I don't generally go and look at any of the art stuff. I'm not a big look at art kind of guy, which, that says negative about me, and I agree with that. But I truly have not seen, I've not been looking for it, but I haven't seen that much AI art out there. My thing is I'm more irritated about all the vendors that are just chunking out 3D printed crap.
And I've been using that example too. But like on this theory of zero tolerance, let's say all cons start doing that. We got an AI song on our podcast. Is that
no doubt.
Zero tolerance?
I sang that whole damn thing.
Huh?
I sang the whole thing, and that was cell animation. I did that all.
As long as nobody goes back and looks at episodes of us talking every fucking episode about that being AI. But yeah, I honestly, that's stuff I'm concerned with a little bit moving forward. Not because I go, it's not that I'm overly worried about it. It's definitely one of those Me Too kind of things where you can mess up even though you're trying to comply. And
hold on. It's telling me you keep talking. Let me see here. My thing is telling me that my signal is not so good right now. Or is that no? My signal is good. Is that storm about to roll through? Did you guys already get hit by that storm?
We have not got hit by a storm yet. No,
because we were getting hit a little bit earlier. Some good thunder boomers.
Well, if we survived that 2 weeks ago, I think we'll be all right with this one. Hello, Kristen.
Dude.
Berto says, what about artificial people? Us synthetics aren't going to stand for this or much of anything, really. And he says, hey, I'm 3D printed crap. Only from the knees down, and that's why you can't stand for this shit, Berto. So
yeah, it's the problem. You're not the $6 million man. You're more like the $6.50 man.
He's got $3 up on me already. All right, I'm gonna hit a couple stories because we've been rambling already. But one of the things I want to cover was,
did Cookie have a Geekgasm or not?
No, he said he didn't have anything.
Man, I've been working on my game this week a lot.
Okay,
that's about it. You know.
Well, that's good. Get that prep for TsunamiCon, which I hear, John, they now have a set venue.
What a segue! Did you hear that?
Wow, that was good. That was cool. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Did you like that segue? Did you like that?
It was pretty good.
I did. It was better than the other one earlier.
I was about to jump onto the other story, which was about a guy pissing in a theater.
Yeah,
but this is
I was just, I'm trying to put in my hat to take over for Jimmy Kimmel, but that's something we're not talking about. Go right ahead.
Amongst the things we talked about before the show. No, TsunamiCon did end up moving to the Kansas Newman University area. They are still lining up exactly where all the various deals are going to go, VIG lounge, things like that. But it looks like everything is going pretty good with it. So everything. Go ahead.
Here's my question, because it's going to be at Newman University, right? Will having this on campus negate Drunkards and Dragons?
I asked that today, actually, and that wasn't even the problem, because we are looking at activities and layout is what might negate Drunkards and Dragons. There are alcohol issues. No alcohol can be sold or purchased on site, but it sounds like we may be able to enjoy some beverages on site. So we're making sure of that beforehand.
It's like, true Kansas history. We can't sell it or purchase it, but we can smuggle it in. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you go.
Especially there.
Because we definitely want to do everything on par and stuff. So I'm letting Eric handle it because, of course, it's his show, of course. But, being this close to an event and him being at a new location, you want to make sure you're doing everything right. So,
of course.
He's going through everything. There's a couple, ticketed events that he's wanting to make sure they have the right spots for, because some of the games and the activities they were doing, they had kind of functioned around some of the rooms they had at the temple. So now they're trying to make this space work. So some spaces are more than we need. Some are a little less, but it looks like it's all going to work out just fine.
Very good.
Everybody's on board. The new Critical Hits gaming shop we got here in Wichita, the ones that we met at McConnellCon, real cool people. They've got into helping with some sponsorship on TsunamiCon, it sounds like, and they are talking on doing an after party Saturday night at their store for TsunamiCon.
Critical Hits, the one over on West Central, over by Tyler.
It's at the old Wizards Asylum. It's on 31st Street, I want to say.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat will probably know. But yeah, they're looking at doing an after party possibly. So all that's getting set up right now. Pretty much, I think, short of Drunkards and Dragons and maybe one small game, everything's been lined up and getting their things. And then hopefully, too, we'll be able to look at the layout and maybe add some stuff. But, I mean, we haven't had to – we talk about our games here, but in group chat, like I say, their staff's got everything going. They know what they're doing. So I keep saying we're tagging along on the adventure that they're leading. I mean, they got it all done. I want to make it sound like we're over here saving the day. We're following along and saying we'll come in and do stupid Drunkards and Dragons and stuff like that.
Yeah, like any good entourage, we're just along for the ride.
Just along for the ride, giving advice where we can, that kind of stuff. So, everything's going to be lined up good with that, and it's a little further from the old venue space, but I think it'll be just fine. So,
will there be sword fights?
Nah, not unless you bring two swords, Berto. I'll fight you. We did talk about it briefly when we're looking at other locations. Like we talked about Cowtown stuff, and it's like, we can get some fencers out there. We could do some sword fights, kind of activities to bring all the rooms together, and then by the time you start doing that, you're not running a gaming con anymore. You're doing a festival that has some gaming at it. So,
and the other problem with Cowtown is just the simple fact that you still have to deal with the visitors.
Yeah. I was going to say, not unless you rent out the whole place, but we learned the hard way that's not the truth either. So, yeah. But anyhow, yeah, Tsunami's good. Like if you're following them online or anything, everything should still be rolling along just fine. If anybody does have questions, reach out to them. I know everybody's been busy, but I think it sounds like everybody's getting the responses and stuff anyway. Everybody's talked to me anyway. So if anybody watches this and has any problems, let us know. One of us will reach out to staff. But yeah, no, we're back to, instead of being worried about it, being excited again. So, and running our butts off trying to make sure our campaigns are ready. I'm doing Drunkards and Dragons campaign just in case. And then Cookie's got his 2 games. Kalen's got his games. You got your games. And heck, we all went and did dinner with some buddies of ours the other day. I think just about everybody at that dinner is now coming to TsunamiCon to come play. So,
yeah, I'm worried about being able to have regular people, not that we're not regular people, but other people that I haven't talked to about this be able to play, because I'm going to have to go from 4 seats up to 8 seats just to get everybody in.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Some people might be able to play one, or I don't know if you're going to use the same people, but everybody's going to be jumping around to play each other's games.
Yeah.
So, I have not gone on to the because if you, as Cookie and Bowls knows, if you sign up to host something, and you say how many seats of people that can play at the same time during your little stretch, then you can have people sign up to play. And I have not gone on to see if anybody's signed up to play.
Kristen, are you talking about pre-registering for Cookie's game we're talking about, or for the whole con? Because if it's the con, that's going to definitely be an Eric thing, but I think it's just online on the website. Cookie's game, if that's it, we haven't put it on the website yet.
Yeah, we will.
I did talk to Eric about it. He said to make sure how many games and how many seats we were wanting to do. And then Cookie and I talked, and that's the problem he's having, is he could probably host 30 people that are wanting to play this weekend.
Yeah.
So we might set up a off convention time to play that too with some people, just because everybody wants to try it out.
Kristen, if you want to play, bring your character. That way I will have to make less pre-rolled characters for people, because I had made 8 pre-rolled characters for 4 seats so everybody could have a choice. But if I'm going to do 8 seats, that's what I've been working on, is more pre-rolled characters.
Hey guys, eat shit, Tim. I don't know if you saw that.
Kelly?
Yeah.
How you doing there, brother?
Who it was, really?
I don't even need to look. I know who that is.
All right, so I'll do my other story real quick too, just because I thought it was funny. This week, the new Demon Slayer movie came out. Gabe took my granddaughter. They went and watched it. A bunch of my friends all went and watched it. I have not yet seen it. And it's done surprisingly well. For a movie that was supposed to bomb at the box office, major kudos. It's kicking ass.
Now, what movie is this again?
The new Demon Slayer movie. It's an anime.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which, of course, every time Christy says it, she goes, see? Because she keeps saying, Marvel's dead, anime's the next big thing. I just need to lean hard into anime. But there was one guy that in the middle of the movie, and I'm sure most people have seen this because it's all over YouTube. I was going to send Ash the thing to show it, but in the middle of the movie, he just stands up in the middle of the movie, whips his unit out, and starts pissing. Oh, yeah, there you go. All over the seats in front of him.
Boy.
God. Yeah, it just did not blatant, not like the old man that didn't want to go to the bathroom or something, where he just leans over and pisses in his bucket or something. This guy just stood up and just started going. And I'd say he's a guy, looked in his early 30s, black guy, well, when I saw him, he had the shit beat out of him, so he looked methed up. But some of that
good.
Some of that urine splashed on a little girl down in front of him.
Holy
so shit. Little girl's dad
Kelly'd a little girl?
Supposedly by accident, but still, So dad stood up, of course, and the video footage you see is just the silhouette, because you got the movie screen in the back, of dad just elbow fucking this guy, right? Just bam. I mean, he's just wailing into him. And
Daryl loves it. I gotta look it up.
Well, and supposedly other people in the theater then came up and they just all kicked the shit out of him.
Oh, so they did a oh god, what was it? The Orient Express. Agatha Christie, the Orient Express, Murder on the Orient Express. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking like the airplane movie where the nuns and everybody's waiting in line.
Basically the same thing.
So AMC Theater, this happened, and stand-up people gave everybody their money back or free tickets to another movie. This guy, of course, he's all over the internet. Nobody's his picture's all over the internet. He hasn't stood up and said anything. And I was telling Gabe about it, and he said yet another similar incident happened at one of the Demon Slayer movies. I could not find it. So if anybody knows of the second incident, it was not P related, but it was where some people beat the shit out of somebody, like the theater teamed up on somebody or something. Can't find it, but if somebody knows, I would love to know. And then the other part was Gabe said there's controversy where people are upset that they showed the footage of this guy getting his ass beat. And I was like, well, it was graphic, but it wasn't that graphic. Because it happened at a critical time during the movie, so fans got to see spoilers on the screen while dude was doing that.
I love that that's the issue. I love that they're basically saying, no, this is wrong. There was not a good soundtrack behind it as he was getting his ass whooped.
It's not this guy shouldn't have got his ass whooped. It's I didn't want to see the spoilers. So, yeah. I just thought it was a cute story to share.
That's very Gen X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why on earth would somebody decide, hey, I'm just going to piss on everybody right here, right now?
The guy had to be on drugs or something, I'm thinking.
Well, no, if it happened one at the Demon Hunter one, and then at this one, it might be one of those, stupid, we're going to do this because, haha, it's a fad kind of shit, and we're going to jump on the train kind of stupid thing that some idiots get in their brain, some jackass
like Minecraft just did with the chicken jockey and all that shit.
Yeah, it could just be one of those things like that. And I like the fact that they showed the individual getting their ass whooped, because that right there will do more to deter more people from doing it than anything else.
Yeah, then if you just had heard it, that it had happened, you wouldn't think much of it. But
if instead of there just being shock and travesty about it, it's more like, look, someone got to the find out portion of fuck around. And
what Berto say there, so we're all bringing our Warhammer armies. Is that what I'm hearing? To TsunamiCon? I'm not going to have Warhammer time at TsunamiCon. Shit. However, we did think about, because Flying Monkey Con's coming up here end of the month, I think. And we're going to be at the Kansas City Ren Fair that weekend.
I thought that had already happened.
Flying Monkey Con?
I could be wrong.
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Let me check. I'm pulling it up right now.
Flying Monkey Con is definitely Warhammer friendly.
No, that was this last weekend, September 13th.
It was 13th and 14th?
Yeah.
Did I get my dates wrong then? Well, shoot.
Yeah, that already, because remember, Brian said, hey, it was been great, and he's stepping down from running that now, Brian Hunter.
I didn't know. Yeah, I knew Brian was running it. I didn't know he was stepping down from running it.
Yeah, he's decided that, he's had all he can stands. No, actually, he's just like, it's been fun, but somebody else can carry the torch from here on out.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I've had this talk a lot with a lot of con heads lately.
This is a sexy movie meme. Roberto, you're just bad, young man.
Watching now, this is sexy movie meme. I mean, terrible movie meme. Just terrible.
Yeah, when you say terrible a second time, get your hand out of your pants when you're saying it, Roberto. Kelly said that, I really want to go, but I know absolutely nothing about these games. That's the whole point of TsunamiCon, is to go and learn about these games. People are there to teach other people about the games and share the love of these games. So don't.
You know what?
This would be the
you want to go because you know nothing. You don't want to go because you do know something. Go to learn.
I'll say I've gamed at a lot of cons. I've gamed for a lot of years. Kelly, you've known me for a lot of years. Tim and I have both gamed pretty much our whole lives. When I first, and I'd gone to other gaming cons, no problem. Not that TsunamiCon's like bigger or better, but it was just that easy feeling.
Yep.
So when I started going there, I went in a little bit of that chip on your shoulder. Like, I do a lot of Warhammer gaming, a lot of D&D gaming. I can tell you all this shit about Palladium. And so I went in playing in all these RPG games, and I got in there, and a lot of what people were playing, like I saw my RPG people doing their shit at their tables, but a lot of people are playing like board games like Risk and Red Dragon Inn and all these things like you can buy at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are little 10-minute dice games. Some of them are, 30-minute games you do, or an hour-long game.
Some of them are hugely big, and some of them are being debuted there.
Yeah. So what I would do a lot is I would end up not playing any tabletop games like D&D or anything, because I would run into somebody like Kalen would show up or something. He'd be like, hey, we talk for a few minutes. Be like, hey, you want to go rent a game? And you go over to the game library and there's just 200, 300 games there. You pick one out that you go, oh, I got about 45 minutes free or an hour and a half free. Grab a game, you go over there, you sit. Usually if you sit, one or two other people will come up.
Fuck you, Roberto.
And so you can just go up there and try new games continuously, and you don't even have to play shit. You can go watch other people try.
Mhm.
I spend more time learning a new game from somebody and not playing it than I do playing games a lot, because as much as I think I know, I'll go to con and there's
something new.
There's 100 people there know more than I do about something. Yep. So that's where I'll learn it.
But Kelly, this one, man, the advantage of it would be everybody there. You're going to know 10% of everybody there.
Yeah, it's not a huge con. There's like 300 of us. That's I want to say it's a few hundred people, and we all divvy up in our groups, and then those groups will split and go divvy up in different groups sometimes. Kelly, we're all bringing Warhammer Fantasy Armies TsunamiCon 2,000 points. Oh, we got you extra ones. You're all right. What does it mean, bring your character? And
when I told Kristen to bring her character,
I'll
have pre-made characters for my game. So if you want to end up playing with us, and you'll be playing with people so it'll be easy, there'll be nobody there nobody will downgrade you in any way whatsoever. Everybody wants to see everybody have a good time, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen said, and they have play to win games too. And what that is, like Kalen brought his kids 2 years ago, and they came and checked out a bunch of games, played with us, and then Kalen came back next day, and that's when we did our D&D and stuff. And so the games they signed up to rent and check, if they're on the play to win games, if you're the only person that checked out that weekend, you pretty much just win that game. You get, and some of them will be a $20 Walmart special, some of them will be turn $50 box set from the game store. Just kind of depends on what they got.
About that.
Oh yeah, that's usually closing ceremonies when we're there. We're giving out, dice packs.
We did it last year right before Drunkards and Dragons.
Then did it again on Sunday too,
right?
Because Eric got up and did it for a while on Sunday. So if you've never been to closing ceremonies at TsunamiCon, most cons closing ceremonies they'll give away some prizes and stuff. Really at TsunamiCon, it's do about 10 minutes of thank yous, and then the rest is just giving shit away. So yeah, it's always good to be at that closing ceremony. I don't even sign up for shit, and I end up getting new dice set or something every time I'm there. So
I had fun this last year. I only went for one day, but I had fun with the Meeple-a-thon people. They were really good with the painting of the miniatures, and then I got to watch some good sibling rivalry between you two when it came to battling out with Star Trek ships. It was kind of fun.
Well, no, we weren't rivaling. We just had a problem with the fucking Federation.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, no, I think we were on the same page.
The Federation hightailed it the hell out of there as soon as you were kicking their butts, and then you two started wailing on each other. No one said you had to wail on each other.
Well, no, that's just to hone our skills, because there's no way we'll ever beat the Federation, because apparently when you're flying in space, everybody flies on the same level as the Federation. So it's
let me put it this way: on a $35 game, they're all on the same level. All right.
Yeah, but they do have a 3D chess, them sons of bitches. But everybody has to fly on the galactic equator.
Oh, that's I'm using it now. 3D chess.
No one's allowed to be upside down.
But can you be upside down in space?
There is no upside down.
There you go. So,
yes. There is.
Upside down?
There's a universal equator.
Yeah, well, I that's above my head.
Well, okay, I would like to point out, Cookie, yes, there is, there's a galactic, plane, and then there is what we have decided is north and south and the rotation and all the stuff like that. But just because we decided one way was up doesn't mean that somebody else didn't come along and their way up was a different way.
Yeah, the Klingons might have a whole different universal
They may be thinking that they're upside down, but I would look at them and say they're right side up because that's the way I met them.
Are you saying this is the way? This is how come we have the upside down?
This is the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we just quoting pop culture now? I'm going back to I made it black because I want it to be perfect. And all right. Yeah, Kelly, I will send you the info on that.
Well, here, let
I'm
me.
gonna talk to Eric to make sure what all.
I just had that up, and I will put the link to TsunamiCon in the chat right here.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure what days we're all doing our games, and like, because Kalen, Chris Maxwell is going to be there. Justin's even thinking about maybe coming.
Honk's going to be there.
Honk's going to be there with his wife Steph. Yeah, so we'll have I'll try to make sure what day everybody's going to be there, because you might want to come up and see some of those folks. But yeah.
Or not.
Whoa, Berto says the universe is a black hole. I'm too high for this. Berto can't be too high. He's my anchor, and the guy that has the higher tolerance than I do, for sure. I tell people the legends of Berto's tolerance, and people just don't believe me. It's true.
Now, who's responding, utilizing the Scallywags flag there? All it says is the.
Oh, I missed it. I would guess Mac. I'm going to guess because
right
Mac,
above Roberto.
I can't scroll up on it. How am I missing this?
The Scallywags. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
it's got to be Mac probably.
Yeah,
because he runs pretty much. You guys making it harder than it needs to be. There you go. Wait, what are we making it hard here for you, Mac? What I miss?
From what I understand, the problem with us anymore is it's not as hard as it used to be.
You know, that's only the 34th reference we've made to being old this episode. I'm just saying, we're getting
34. Is that it? I must be slowing down in my old age.
Need, but
5.
All right, we've already been going for an hour. Let's see, what do I want to cover? Guy pissing in the theater, getting his ass kicked. That was a for sure. I want to talk about TsunamiCon. Oh, Star Trek, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I can't think of what else. Oh, yeah. What's coming up? The schedule. Shit.
Oh, you get to schedule that. One quick thing I wanted to bring up, now that you mentioned Star Trek, that I wanted to bring up is on the season finale of Strange New Worlds, they once again referenced Doctor Who in it.
Really? Like, in what way? Like Doctor Who's a real person?
A couple episodes before, there was just like a couple frames where you could see the TARDIS on the hull of the Enterprise. All right?
No way.
And in this one, the season finale, Pela, she says, because she's the immortal one, she goes, remind me sometime to tell you about this time-traveling doctor that I knew.
There you go.
Boom.
You know, I'm trying to think.
There may be a problem with that and the fact that right now, Skydance and Paramount, they're preparing to bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, which will also give them Warner Brothers games, which include franchises like Mortal Kombat and Batman Arkham, to expand their gaming and intellectual property portfolio. So they are right now in the discussion of growing Paramount and Skydance even more by bringing in Warner Brothers.
Holy shit, because with Warner Brothers, do you get all the fucking DC lineup, all the Hanna-Barbera lineup, all that? Oh, that's big deal. I didn't know that was.
Have you ever played Batman Arkham Asylum?
No, I don't have a PlayStation.
It's really, really good.
It's really, really good.
And I had a reference I was going to make too about that. I can't remember now. So I'll hit the schedule real quick so that I don't forget. Locally, for those of us locally, we, the WAGs, are going to be this September 19th, this Friday. We will be in Topeka doing the Topeka Pub Crawl, Scallywags and Shenanigans, I think it's called. It's the Topeka Ren Fair folk. The Arts District down there have teamed up, and they've invited us down, where we are just going to be leading a scavenger hunt and pub crawl like the old days of the Great Plains Fair all around Topeka. You guys I'll post up on ConCast the link for anybody who's interested. I didn't tell you, I think Jen might be coming too. I talked to her yesterday. Cool. So it'll be a lot of us just goofing off and having a good time, and I think all 5 of the WAGs will be there this weekend. Then we're not going to be there. We were asked, but this weekend, the 20th and 21st, in, let me read this, Clindoka, Oklahoma. The Clindoka, Oklahoma Ren Fair is doing their first annual Ren Fest. They've got a joust, everything. Pretty decent people, it sounded like. They reached out to us, really wanted us there. We just couldn't make it. But I did tell them that I would kind of spread the word, send out some folks in the area. And I already gave it to Richard Cathy, and he's sending it to some of his folks for his Oklahoma Ren Fair there. Try to help that new fair get going. Then the following weekend, the 4th and 5th in Sioux City, Iowa, 4th, 5th of October will be Riversance, and then, which will be there. And the following weekend, the 11th and 12th, will be the Kansas City Renaissance Festival, 11th, 12th, and 13th. And that will be closing weekend, and that will be us. And I thought that was Flying Monkey Con too, but apparently I'm wrong. The following weekend, the 17th, 18th, and 19th in Hutchinson, is the Past, Present, Future Festival that is going on. It is the first one they are doing. This is not one we are going to be at, but they are doing the con there at the State Fairgrounds. And then October 24th and 25th and 26th is TsunamiCon in Wichita, Kansas. Huh?
I said TsunamiCon, yes.
And then we only have 2 more festivals out that for the year, and that will be the 8th and 9th of November. We'll be in Oklahoma City doing the Oklahoma City Renaissance Festival. And for those of you that aren't in Oklahoma, that is also the same weekend of Air Capital Comic Con here in town. Please go support that event. We absolutely love Don and Drew and everything they do.
Yes.
And then our final show of the year will be November 15th at the Wave in Wichita, where we're going to be doing the 25th anniversary of Say What Improv with them. So
now, don't forget, I don't know if you said it because I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry.
It happens.
Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, there is the Great Plains Renaissance Festival where our winery will be.
Did I miss that? I did miss it. I don't know how I missed it. It should have been right here. Yes, one of our biggest fairs, or at least for us, of the year. So how did I miss that? So 27th, 28th in Wichita, Great Plains Ren Fair. The Smoker, I've just got done with talking with Headshots last night, getting everything lined up and stuff with Jen. So we got the Pirate Power Hour happening there, and this year's guests will be our friends from Say What Improv, who are going to come in because they haven't done the Ren Fair in about 10 years. So this will be their first time back in like 10 years.
They're better than us.
They're good. I won't lie. I'm intimidated. I think I've talked to you about this because we even talked about seeing if you wanted to come. I'm a little intimidated going doing a show with them. They're good performers, and they'll be giving performers. So I'm not like worried they're going to walk all over us. But we haven't done straight improv with this crew.
Daryl's going to go. He already asked permission from the old lady.
Did he?
Yes.
Is that
I
right?
do, but the question is, do I have enough Xanax to handle humans? No.
They did invite us out because they rehearse at WSU, and they invited us out any time once a week if we want to come out and rehearse with them.
Yeah, we need to.
See, and that's the thing, is they are really great improv. You guys are more, whose line is it anyway?
We do more fucking around with each other.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing.
I would be more nervous if we had not worked with these guys so many times in the past, because there's a couple of them on there I haven't worked with before, but at least they know us well enough to go like, oh, these guys can be chaotic as fuck, because I think sometimes people think like a lot of the lines we do, it's one of two things. It's either you guys made the whole thing up while you're up there, or they think every little bit of it scripted out. What they don't know is we have a loose idea of what we're doing, and the rest is us just fucking winging it and going.
From my time with the Scallywags, I can tell everybody the truth of the matter is the only time that the script is stuck to is either if the audience is not laughing or entertained at all, or if we think we're in trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We've done that if we think we're in trouble.
And I mean, really, you
just
definitely know.
Rush through it.
If you know some of us scallywags, you definitely know we're not remembering the whole fucking script. That's for sure.
That's why when two people do that sometimes, like they'll go, "Oh, like Frankie's feeling sick. Don't worry, I'll stand in for him. I know all your lines." And it's like, no. Knowing our lines ain't how it goes. It's knowing that like when Tim says this, he's wanting you to bounce off with one of the three things or something.
Yeah.
Or
hello?
We just kind of know each other.
Did I drop or did you? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, I think that was you maybe. Oh, guy, I had something to add to that, but I can't remember now. Anyhow, we've been on for an hour and we got to get going, I'm sure. Is there a toy con in October in Hutch? There is the Past, Present, Future Festival that I'm aware of, and that's run by the same people that do the...
Now, what is that?
So basically, it's Ren Fair, Comic Con, Anime Fest. It's an all-con. It's kind of like what we tried to do with PopCon in a way, probably a little bit more so. It's run by the same people that took over the Smallville Festival up there, so I don't know tons about it. They did reach out to the Ren Fair, and I had one person reach out to us, but briefly. It didn't seem so much like they were trying to include the Ren Fair community as much as they were just trying to let us be aware it was happening.
Fucking Kelly, dude.
But is Tim going to be there? Because I want to make fun of him in public.
Oh my God. Did I wrong you once, Kelly? I mean, come on, bro.
No.
Yes, I'm going to be there.
Oh, no, not the past, present, future fair. We're not planning on that one.
No, I thought you were talking about TsunamiCon.
Yeah, no, I think we're somewhere else that weekend, and that's going on. But TsunamiCon, yeah. Because that's one we just go do for shits and giggles. That makes it sound not so good. That's one we do because we like to just go do it.
Well, Roberto says, I can tell you from experience, they only go off script when trying to warning you about the CIA putting those chips in your brain and butt.
That
Roberto,
motherfucker is high as a hippie on a
There's only
helicopter ride.
one chip. It's in your brain. You just think it's also in the butt because you got your head up your ass. All right? So pull your head out and realize there's only one chip.
All right. We should tie this up, guys. I can't even think of what's next week. I don't think we have anything special planned for ConCast, probably until we do the live show beginning of the month, just because right now most of my free time is going towards making sure that we're all, because we got shows pretty steady right now.
One of us needs to reach out to the boroughs, you, and make sure that we're on for the first weekend of October.
That's right. That's what we're planning. All right.
And Kelly, show up to TsunamiCon, man. You'll have a good time, bro.
We'll wear deodorant and everything. Swear.
Yeah, I know. My friends keep bringing it to me and going, here.
What?
Yeah.
I got a whole stockpile now.
Trust me, after years of being a performer, and I contend, I have literally put the word out to my friends too. If I stink, do not feel bad about just bringing me deodorant. I know Berto's done it before. I could name probably a dozen people, and I appreciate it.
I've asked you before, do I reek? Tell me if I reek.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would rather people tell me than not, but don't wait till I'm on stage to tell me, because
before you got to do a meet and greet with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and sign this off. We'll see everybody next week, and we'll talk about more stuff that is fun and stuff.
Hugs and kisses, guys.
All right. Bye, all.
See, I wanted to do the song now.